Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. Filipina freedom, no longer alone. Today's video will be shocking to some and a breath of fresh air. To others, there are fewer places where you see videos like this. And I'm going to keep beating the drum for marriage because I believe it's the best way for nearly all people to live. If you are single and watch these videos, you will know that I care very much about people who, like me for so long, were alone, running out of hope. I hope you will follow here at Love Beyond the Sea. It's easy to know what this channel is about, and that's about all it's about: marriage. How to be married, how to find someone, the value of marriage, the importance of marriage. If you feel compelled to leave a comment, please do. I was thinking about the song Philadelphia Freedom by Elton John. That was a hit when I think I was in high school. Just the sound of that song title made me think of a title I would use for a song if I can improve my karaoke skills enough to sign a record deal, music deal, dating myself now. I would call it Filipina Freedom. It would be a love song, a song dedicated to all of the Filipinas who have made the lives of so many men like myself better. A lot of us say that we have to pinch ourselves. It's so hard to believe that we found such a good woman to marry. At Love Beyond the Sea, I want to encourage men to get to know a Filipina, even if it's online, like I did. Married my wife in 2015, engaged on day 18, married in day 54. We've been married over 7 years. It was time. I always found these Filipinas back then easy to talk to. I want to help men all the way from thinking about what they need to know to chat with a Filipino, all the way to know how to provide for her after their death or at their death, and as many things in between as I can, the whole gamut. Filipina is a city of brotherly love, which is good, but a Filipina is even better than that. She can be the ultimate wife you're looking for, to end the lonely nights and to quench the desire for a fulfilling relationship. I have not thought about all those years very much since we got married. And a Filipina wants to get married, and a foreign husband can be a big catch for her. She certainly changed my life in a moment. There is nothing like being loved by a woman. I think very highly of Filipinas. I don't know how I managed before I met her, because it was so exhausting. I had almost run out of hope before deciding to try the Philippines and giving up on finding a wife here in America. We have all heard comments like, I don't want to get married and give up my freedom. I find that interesting because when I was single for so long, I felt like I was in prison. I didn't think I wanted a wife. I believed I needed one. Try as I might to be content, that contentment didn't last for long. Trying to convince or to involve myself with something else always got short-circuited when I saw other couples at church or anywhere else. I once had a pastor tell me that they couldn't understand why I just couldn't focus on what I was doing at the time and eliminate or temporarily focus on the task at hand. But I couldn't understand why he couldn't understand me. I was always outspoken about being single, as you can probably tell, and was struggling through it. Since I got married, I've not felt like I was alone. One year, my wife needed to go to the Philippines without me. And the thought of not having her to come home to karaoke with, to sleep with, to eat with, to do anything with, was very difficult for me. As I tell her, I have developed very strong feelings for her since we've been married. Some say that marriage is a ball and chain relationship. I suppose it can be if married to the wrong person, or if there's a lot of unresolved conflict, and there will be some challenges with a Filipina like anyone else. But through it all, I have found freedom by being married. Can anyone relate to that? Now we can travel together where I don't even notice any other couples, which always ruined any time I tried to travel before. I can go to church, not be thinking that everyone is staring at me, wondering what character defect I have to be able to walk into a church building all by myself. I can go to work and dream about our future together instead of being concerned about growing old alone with no one to care for me and help me get through the last stages of my life. Now, I take responsibility for having a bad attitude at times. I was lonely and unfulfilled and clung to the belief there was more to life than just doing your own thing. Like many single people, I could have taken better care of myself. I tried to now, but I found that being married is more motivating to do that. I don't even like hearing comments about marriage being like some kind of bondage, because the more you hear it, the easier it becomes to believe that. Many today have seemingly foregone marriage in pursuit of their own dreams. I don't think that's right. I understand the dynamics. My parents were divorced, as many of ours were, but I have felt much enjoyment in doing whatever I can do to make my wife's dreams come true. I can focus on what's important for her, and that pays dividends back to me. I would not feel free or as free and unencumbered as a single man. I would feel bound by not knowing what to do and I'm really supposed to do. What am I here for? Marriage, my Filipina, has given me purpose that results in satisfaction. Any limits by virtue of being married for me are only for my good. Anything that keeps me focused on our relationship is satisfying. And I'm going to finish this up here, but I found an article online I want to read an excerpt from in the next video, that's because it's right in line with what I teach on Love Beyond the Sea. So please comment if you can relate to what I've been saying. There is more on this idea of marriage being freedom in an upcoming video right here on Love Beyond the Sea.